one of those who keep their money lying idle in their closets or in their current or checking accounts? Maybe you are holding the money for ease of access when you need it. Or maybe you're probably not aware of the many opportunities in building real wealth through interest income. I am Dr. Charity Ezenwa-Onuaku, and in this lesson, we'll discuss interest income and the different ways you can earn interest income and how you can take advantage of the mighty compound interest to build real wealth. Join me. I am very excited about this income series number 3, which is interest income, because it gives you so many opportunities for you to earn income without you actually spending your time on it. So it gives you an opportunity or so many opportunities to earn passive income. So in this lesson, we'll present the 7 best ways to earn and maximize interest income. So what exactly is interest income? Interest income is revenue earned by a lender for the use of his funds over a period of time. So you and I are actually lenders in this case. So as individual savers who deposit our money into the banks, we are actually providers of funds. We are actually lending our deposit to the banks who use it for whatever purposes they desire. So as lenders in this case, we receive interest income. But the question is, are you maximizing the interest income you're receiving, or are you taking advantage of the many opportunities for you to receive or to earn and maximize your interest income? Remember, when you keep your money in your closet, you do not receive interest income. So here are different ways you can earn interest income. First is your savings account. So when you open your savings account, you are entitled to savings, a certain percentage that they pay you on the principal amount that you have in your savings account. So if you do not have savings account, it's an opportunity for you to open a savings account, because they pay you interest for keeping that money in your savings account, no matter how little it is, but they pay you interest on your savings account. So how can you maximize the amount of interest that you receive on your savings account? That's what they call online savings accounts. A lot of these online savings accounts do not have the physical brick and mortar buildings, so their costs are ultimately reduced significantly. So they pass on these cost savings to you as higher interest. So online savings accounts pay higher interest rates than the regular brick and mortar banks. And then the other option is interest-bearing checking accounts. So regular checking accounts or current accounts do not pay interest. They rather take money from you in form of maintenance fees or other fees that they build into it. So regular checking or current accounts do not pay you interest, but specifically the interest-bearing checking accounts pay you interest. So of course, we know there are a lot of benefits associated with having current or checking accounts. So in order for you to benefit from those benefits associated with checking accounts, at the same time earning interest on it, so ask for the interest-bearing checking accounts. Those are the ones that pay interest. Then there are other options for you to actually maximize the interest that you get on your interest-bearing checking account. One is, if you have other accounts with the bank, say you have a business account at a particular bank, open a checking account. If you have a business account and then have a personal account with them, you can negotiate with them because you have relationship with them, probably a credit card or savings account. If you have all these accounts with a particular bank, you can negotiate for higher interest rate because you have this relationship. So you can get a higher interest rate on your checking account as well as your savings account, simply because you have you've maintained a long-term positive history or positive relationship with the bank. So money market is another way for you to earn interest income. So in the money market, the products you see mature within 1 year, in less than 1 year. Unlike the capital market, whose products mature in more than 1 year. So in money market, the products you see here mature within 1 year or less than 1 year. So one of the products is treasury bills. So you can invest in treasury bills in order for you to earn interest income. Treasury bills is actually sold Treasury bills are sold in a discount. So what you see quoted on treasury bills is discount rate. So assuming a treasury bill is sold for $100, you will not actually pay the $100. You will buy it at a discount. So you might, based on the discount rate, you might get it at $95 or $90 as an example. So the difference is what you keep as your interest, as your income. Then treasury CDs, certificates of deposits, it's being paid interest on. So when you go to your bank, walk into your bank, ask for treasury bills, or walk into your bank and ask for certificate of deposits, they pay you a percentage amount on the principal that you hold for a specific period of time. So treasury bills and CDs are good ways for you to invest in the money market for maturity of less than 1 year. Then if you are looking for something to hold for longer term, over 1 year, then you go and buy your bonds. You can buy government bonds, you can buy corporate bonds, you can buy municipal bonds. There are different bonds that you can buy, but the key here is that you hold it for over 1 year and they pay you interest on the principal. So these are ways for you to earn interest income. So again, walk into your bank and ask for the products that they have. Now that you know all this, you can specifically ask for treasury bills, you can specifically ask for CDs, you can ask for bonds, and then compare the rates. Again, shop around and see which bank or which financial institution that you get a higher rate from. And then this is the mighty compound interest. There's a huge opportunity for you to use compound interest to benefit from any of these products. Compound interest works with either of them. It works with CDs, it works with bonds, it works with treasury bills, it works with whatever product that even your savings account or your checking account, you can use compound interest to actually maximize your interest income. And we'll look at it in the next slide. So compound interest is actually interest you earn on interest you previously earned. So it's like earning interest upon interest. In order to make this clear, we'll use the example to explain how compound interest actually works and how you can take advantage of it to build or maximize the amount of wealth you build, or maximize the amount of income that you earn. So this is an example. Assuming you invested $10,000 for 3 years on a certificate of deposit at 3% annual interest. So we are going to see how we can use compound interest to maximize our earning on this investment. So first scenario is that we assume that you cash out the interest paid at the end of each year. Remember, we are investing for 3 years. So every 1 year, at the end of every 1 year, you cash out your 3% and use it for whatever you want. That's scenario one. Scenario two is that you are assuming that you reinvest your interest to allow it to compound. So instead of cashing out your 3%, you actually put your interest back into the investment. Let's see the difference it makes. So here's the scenario one. We are investing $10,000. So this is the cash out scenario. So every year you are cashing out. So we invested $10,000. At the end of year one, we get paid interest of 3% and we get our $300 interest. We take it and we go shopping. So next to the second year, you still have your $10,000 and they pay you your interest, $300. We take it and we go shopping. We do whatever you want to do with it. Then the third year, we still have our principal $10,000 and then we get paid $300 again on interest. We take it, we do whatever we want to do with it. At the end of the 3 years, we must have received $900 on interest. Now, look at scenario two, where the compound interest works. So we invested $10,000 at 3% interest rate. After the first year, we get $300, just like scenario one, but we are getting $300 after the first year. But the key here is that we are not taking away this $300. We are reinvesting it back. We are putting it back in the investment in order for it to compound. So we add the $300 here. So that makes this interest plus our principal. That makes our principal in the second year to be $10,300 because we've added the interest. We didn't take it out. Now, they are going to pay us 3% on this principal. Remember, now the principal includes your original principal plus your interest. So they're paying you interest on this one, which is on the principal, which already includes the original interest that you received. So it's like interest on interest. So by the time they pay you 3% on this $10,300, your interest for the second year bumps to 309. And then we are not going to take this 309. For the third year, we are going to pull this over and put it back into the investment. This makes our investment to be 10,000, our principal to be 10,609 on the third year. And then look at what happens to our interest. By the time they pay you 3%, it's 3% on this. Remember, this 609 portion is the interest that you pulled over from the first and second year, and they're still going to pay you interest on it, plus the $10,000 principal. So they're paying you interest on interest, and that gives interest for $318.27. So at the end of the 3 years, we must have received interest income of $927.27. Now compare this to this for the person that cashed out and the person that reinvested. You see the difference. This $27.27 is the effect of compounding interest. So it might look like small, but by the time you compound it over a longer period of time, and by the time you invest a larger sum of amount, and when you continuously do this, you will see the effect of compound interest. Again, interest income is passive income. Remember, unlike earned income that requires that you sit and work for a specific amount of time for you to earn the income, or the profit income that requires that you actually establish a business and the business makes profit. The interest income doesn't require any of this. All it requires is that you just put away some amount of money and let this sit for a certain period of time, and then you earn interest. It's passive income. You do not have to spend your time to earn it. All you need is invest your money and allow it sit. So interest income is an income opportunity for every one of us, regardless of what we do. If you have a specific amount of money or any amount of money to spare, put it in a vehicle that will earn your interest income or will earn your passive income, whatever vehicle that you're most comfortable with. So thank you for listening. In next lesson, we'll examine again another income source that we all should exploit to build wealth. Until then, I'll see you in the next class.